Ash, who along with Peter Murphy and brothers Kevin and David Haskins, formed Bauhaus, a band who were pioneers of goth rock. Their debut single, Bela Lugosi's Dead, is considered by many to be the first record of the gothic rock genre. They released 5 studio albums, and during that period, Daniel and Kevin formed the post-punk band Tones on Tail in the early 1980s. In 1985, David Haskins, now as David J., rejoined his Bauhaus bandmates, minus Peter Murphy, and they became Love and Rockets. Where Bauhaus was known for its gothic sound, Love and Rockets had a brighter, more pop feel. They enjoyed a successful run in the 80s and 90s, touring internationally, and were featured prominently in the glory days of MTV. And now, Daniel Ash, along with drummer Bruce Smith of Public Image Limited and bassist Paul Spencer Denman, who backed Sade, is back. The band is Ashes and Diamonds. The atmospheric sound of their debut album, Ashes and Diamonds Are Forever, is fantastic. It releases October 31st, and according to my talk with Daniel, the Halloween release is appropriate. He was such a pleasure to talk with, and I think you'll enjoy my talk with Daniel Ash. You're listening to Frets with DJ Faye. No lessons, no technique info. I just talk to people who play guitar. Stay tuned. Daniel Ash, thanks so much for taking some time to talk today.
Dave, I'm so excited about doing this album, getting this out there. It's been 7 years, in the making for various reasons. Thank you for the plug.
Yeah, well, I know you're a busy guy. By the way, are you in LA right now, or what part of California?
No, I live about 100 miles north of LA.
Oh, wow.
And I've been here about 25 years. So it's been a while since I left Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when you go back and forth, you hop on that motorcycle? Or?
Yes, I do. I definitely hop on that motorcycle. Yeah. That's the only way to travel.
Yeah,
well,
it's a nice drive.
Yeah. On the PCH it is, yeah.
I mean, is it cool if I just kind of talk a little bit about like what you listened to when you were, just really, really young?
Yeah, I mean, I have repeated that so many times.
Okay. Probably know it by heart.
Yeah, I mean, when music really hits you between like 12 and 15, I was on a strict diet of David Bowie, T-Rex, Roxy Music, and Iggy Pop, and there it is, right there. That's I did say T-Rex, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. I think it shows as well. I mean, that's my older brother was into. Okay, here we go, because he's 5 years older than me, and he was into the Stones, the Beatles, the Who, and the Kinks.
Yeah.
So I was hearing that every day. And then when I got to 15, suddenly David Bowie and Ziggy Stardust happened, and Roxy Music, those first 2 albums, when Eno was with them.
Yeah.
And, the whole T-Rex thing, T-Rex-tasy and Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power, that album, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where I come from for sure.
Love that. Yeah, I got together with a guy after school, for months and months, and it never really became an official band. We were just kind of having a lot of fun, and we were way into Mark Bolan and T-Rex, and I also loved Bowie and of course Roxy Music. Love all that stuff. So I think you and I are from about the same time period. So
it sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. And I had an older brother too. I just had one brother, but he, I was hearing a lot of the albums he was playing, and he had great taste. But were there other family members that played instruments though around the house?
No, not at all. No, I think my younger brother had to go on the bongos for about 10 minutes. That's about it.
Oh, that's cool. In Northampton, is that where you?
Yeah, 60 miles north of London, the center of the universe, Northampton.
Yeah, well, I've only been to England twice in my life. Once when I was like 19, and once 10 years ago. But isn't that kind of right, sort of between like London and Birmingham, almost kind of in the center?
Yeah, it's exactly in the middle of the country.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. We've got a massive park called the Race Course, and that is actually officially the centre of the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're right bang. We're the furthest spot away from any coastline.
Yeah, you mentioned the Kinks. When I was there 10 years ago, I'm such a fanatic of the Kinks. I took the train up to Muswell Hill and knocked around. I don't know. I just had to kind of see where that all came from.
Yeah.
I love those guys so much.
Yeah, my older brother was a huge fan. Absolutely. I think that was one of his favorite bands. Yeah, for sure.
I hear that a lot. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey, I want to talk about Plug. Plug makes it easy for you to purchase the personal technology you need at 40 to 70% off retail pricing. What can you get from Plug? Certified pre-owned devices including iPhones, Androids, AirPods, Macs, smartwatches, accessories, and more. I originally didn't even want an Apple Watch, but I got one from Plug and I love it. I wear it every day. Your purchase is backed by their unmatched 1-year warranty and 30-day money-back guarantee. One more very cool thing, Plug is dedicated to helping reduce e-waste around the globe. To date, Plug has helped save over 1 million devices from reaching landfills, and they're looking to double that number by 2025. Link to Plug Tech from the show notes, and check out all the great deals and savings on certified pre-owned devices. Plug Electronics. Check it out. I know you play a Fender Telecaster. I've got 3 guitars. One of them's a Telecaster, one of them's a Les Paul, and one's a Jazzmaster. But I do love that Telecaster. Would you say that's your favorite, or do you have a favorite guitar?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I actually use this Fernandez guitar with the built-in. It's got the built-in sustainer on it, which I've used for many, many, many years. It's basically just like an Evo, but instead of activating one string like the Evo, you activate the whole keyboard. So you can do a power chord if you like and sustain it forever. And it's also got 3 octaves of sustain as well. So, but having said that, I've also had that built into the Tele that Fender gave me. I got the sustainer unit built into that as well. So these days, my main guitar live is the Tele. It has been for about 10 years because the Fernandez is so old now. It's from, 1990 or something, and it's really bashed up. It's done a lot of gigs, so it's not reliable. It's a secondary guitar if I break a string because, it cuts out these days now and again. And I've tried getting it rewired and this, that, and the other, but it's because it's so old. It's not that old. It's only early 90s, but it's done a lot of work. So the Tele's taken over again. So I started out with the Tele, and the reason I used it, I just like the look of a Telecaster in preference to a Strat. I just like the sheer simplicity of it. And, that guitar cuts through anything. It's like a razor blade that cuts through. And if you fiddle around with the pickups and get a custom pickup on it, you get the low end as well. Plus, I put it through a Fender amp these days instead of a solid state, so I get a nice rich bottom end to it. So it's not all toppy all the time. I can get the low end as well. So it's a sort of, a nice, it's the ideal mix really of the combination of a Tele with a valve amp, with a Fender valve amp. Yep. I use the Hot Rod amp. I discovered the Hot Rod amp 6 years ago and never looked back. Very, very loud amp with 2 12-inch speakers in it. It's very loud.
I can imagine. Yeah, they are great guitars. I love Teles, but and you get such great sounds out of it. I mean, it seems like over the years you've from everything from just scratching and just the EBO, and you're very, very, very experimental in a great way. And just through all the years and all the bands you've been in, it just seems like you've really taken the guitar to another level.
Well, a few people say that, and I'm very flattered. So, yeah, thanks for that.
Champagne Charlie, good time Charlie, Champagne Charlie is climbing a mountain or going for a walk in the park. Laying about watching telly with caviar or baked beans on toast. Doing yoga or going very fast in a jag on the PCH. Motorcycles and music and loads of cash in the bank. All forms of freedom, take your pick, and loads of cash in the bank.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, Dave, how long have you been a Euclid Records customer?
Believe it or not, about 30 years.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I used to go there in the late 90s.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? 2026 is our 45th anniversary in St. Louis, and our New Orleans store is turning 15.
The NOLA store is cool, but the St. Louis store has 2 floors of used and new vinyl and CDs.
And every genre you can think of. You can shop in the store 7 days a week or on the website 24/7. We have our own shipping department, so anything you buy from us is lovingly mailed out by us.
When I buy from the website, I use the free local pickup option.
Yes, and we've also done some special orders for you. We do whatever it takes to get music in your hands. One thing, though, that you haven't done with us is sell your collection. We're always buying vinyl and CDs and cassettes for cash or trade. We even travel to someone who has over 1,000 titles in their collection.
So how does one partake in the Euclid Records experience?
Well, our St. Louis store is at 19 North Court Avenue in Webster Groves. You can check out our website, euclidrecords.com, every day to see the latest new and used arrivals, plus events. We share that on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. And remember, we ship worldwide, so no matter where a Frets listener is, there's Euclid Records.
Well, yeah, I'd love to talk about your new band, Ashes and Diamonds, a band that is made up of you with Bruce Smith of PIL, Public Image Limited, and Paul Spencer Denman. Paul played bass guitar for Sade and also her backing band, Sweetback, who perform as a band without Sade. Well, you've mentioned this has been in the works for quite a while, many years, but originally, how did the idea come to be?
Well, Paul wanted to work with me years ago, and it wasn't going to happen back then. I was doing other stuff and busy and all that. And then he approached me again, and this time round, Paul actually auditioned to play for the Pop Turn project that I was doing, but also Kevin's daughter Diva auditioned for that as well, and basically Diva got the gig on that one. And then when that had played out, which was around 2017, Paul contacted me again and, suggested that we get together, and I was on for it. The time was right. And then his wife, Kim, who I know from art school, she was in the fashion course at art school. So I knew her way back, we're talking the 70s now when she was at art school, same time as me. So that's how I know Paul through his wife. Anyway, he contacted me 7, 8 years ago. And then it was around 2017. And then Kim suggested Bruce to play drums. So I had never met Bruce. So basically, because Bruce lives on the East Coast in the New York area. So basically, he jumped on a plane. We met up at a little rehearsal studio in LA, shook hands in the parking lot, and then 3/4 of an hour later, the three of us were making a noise in the studio, working up a song. And the rest is history. 7 years later, we finally have the album finished.
That's great.
Read, produced correctly and mixed right. And, we're very fussy, the three of us. So it's taken all this time, to get it right. Plus, at the 11th hour, we ended up recording the whole album again in LA, in a studio in LA. And we had 10 days to get it all done from scratch. And we managed it. I think we actually finished about 7, 8 o'clock on the last of the 10 days with everything in the can, as it were. So there it is. Yeah, 7 years later, finally finished. And we are very happy with it.
Well, it's yet another of your bands that has an album that has a sound very unique, all its own, experimental and extremely addictive. I had the pleasure of hearing an advanced copy, and I just love it.
Well, yeah, thank you. I just done an interview with Spin Magazine, and they were saying the same thing. She was saying the same thing. It's incredible. She was saying how she gets like hundreds of things she has to listen to during the course of the week, and that this is one of the best albums this year. There's no words. She said it to me at least 3 times during the interview. So I'm really over the moon about that. That's exactly what we want, because we want to, the sky's the limit with this. So the more the merrier. I mean, if we can get reviews like that, we could be on our way, and it's not just something that's going to be overlooked. So fingers crossed on that one.
Well, I agree. And a lot of times when I first hear an album, I just kind of absorb it the first time and get into the feel and atmosphere of it. And then when I hear it again, I'm like, yeah, this song is so cool. And this song is so just really, really great. I've been listening to it a lot, and I dig it so much. I even I grabbed my acoustic the other day, and I started strumming along with Plastic Fantastic, which is such a great song. It's a great song to sing along with, too.
Well, it's easy to play as well. It's just 4 chords, right?
Right, and which is good for me.
Yeah. No, that's sort of very deliberate for it to be. I think that one could be a crossover track to mainstream radio and whatever else, because it's got some hooks.
Yeah, I was singing along with the La La Las.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah, well, I got that idea actually from the T-Rex song, Ride a White Swan.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
The idea of extending that end again and again. That was a direct influence from T-Rex, getting that ending the way it is.
Right.
The secret is out. I'm having a blast. I'm living the dream. No blue, blue, blue. No blue, blue, blue.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. She's provided guitar, drums, and vocals in many bands over the years. Das Yahoos, Pink Slip Daddy, The Friggs, Bubblegun, Palmyra Del Ran and the Doppelgang, and she currently hosts the wonderful Trash Pop Treasures on Little Steven's Underground Garage.
So I would like hop the little local train to Philly and go to the record conventions. And that's where I first met Lenny Kaye. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like a little kid and I was like, oh my God, that's Lenny Kaye, you know? So I walked over and I was like, hi, I'm a big fan of the Nuggets collection. And we sat and bullshitted for like 20 minutes. And then I went back the next year and I saw him again and he remembered me. And that was like a mind blower. You know what I mean? And now we work together.
My talk with Palmyra Delran is available on Frets.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Daniel Ash, and you are listening to Frets with DJ Faye.
I also heard somewhere along the line, I think you were a fan of Wilco Johnson, the late Wilco Johnson.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I copied my sound from him because I noticed that he played a telly with a H&H combo, and I had exactly that setup for many years. I love that razor blade sound, the super sharp sound as it cuts through. So, yeah, that was a big influence.
Yeah, he had such a unique way of playing, and it was so sad to see him go.
Well, he had a good innings, if you think about it, because he had that cancer scare many years ago, and he got through that. He was misdiagnosed, and then I think he got another 10 years before he passed on, something like that. So he did have... he had a good innings.
Yeah, he was great. I loved all the Dr. Feelgood stuff.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite albums actually is Stupidity, that live album. I'm not into live albums usually at all. I much prefer studio albums, but that one is right up there. That is a brilliant album, Stupidity.
Well, the new album comes out at the end of October. Is it on the 31st?
It certainly is on the 31st. Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, Halloween here in the States.
Halloween, yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's appropriate. Yeah, I think it's got a nice ring to it for it to come out on Halloween.
And will you guys be doing a tour to support it?
Well, everybody's asking that. And the thing is, if it takes off, if this thing catch fire, then we will look into the whole live side of things. So that's what the situation is. If the demand's there, obviously we'll look into it. But if the demand isn't there, then obviously we won't look into it. So it's in the hands of the gods now.
Well, I tell you what, when I do get out to L.A. or out to California, not specifically L.A., but just up and down L.A., I have a brother who lives out there and his family. I'll keep my eyes peeled for Daniel Ash heading down the PCH, or maybe I'll spot you in. You have a Jaguar too, right?
Yep, I got a Jag. It's a very rock and roll cliche thing, isn't it? Motorcycles and a Jag. Yeah, bit of a cliche.
I was going to say, I always picture you on the motorcycle, but then I caught wind that you have a Jaguar, so that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I used to have a couple. I've got a really cute silver 2007 XK Jag. I love it. I love that car. I don't use it much because I'm always on a bike, but it is a beauty. And and it wasn't expensive. I got it secondhand, and it was really well looked after, and I keep it immaculate. And one of my favorite colors is silver. It's a little beauty. It's very, very fast as well. It's a V8, and it's got an aluminum body, or as we say in England, aluminium.
Aluminium.
So it's light as a feather, and it goes like a bullet. So it's a little Spitfire. I love it.
Fantastic.
Well, yeah, thank you. As I said, somebody from Spin was going on and on about it, saying it's one of the best albums of the year. So this is exactly the reaction we want. We don't just want the idea of an album just coming out and like everybody, people talk about it for about 4 days and then it's done and then it's the next thing. We're hoping this is going to have some real staying power because we worked real hard on this for 7 years on and off. And I don't know if I just said this because I've done a few interviews, but, we re-recorded the whole thing at the 11th hour and we had 10 days to do that. So, and we just got it done in time So, we are precious about the way things are mixed and produced. It's very, very important to get it right. And we have finally really got it right. So now it's up to the public now, whether they embrace it or not. So, fingers crossed all around. Yeah. So 2 days time, folks, is, Teenage Robots. You'll be able to hear it on YouTube and all that. And we're just putting the finishing touches on a video for that one.
Well, Daniel Ash, I still can't believe I've had the opportunity to talk with you, and I'm so glad we were able to do this today. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Well, listen, fingers crossed on this. And again, I appreciate the plug. I really do.
All right, man.
Maybe I'll see you on the road sometime. Maybe if it's on a bike or on stage.
That would be great. I love it.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Daniel. Bye-bye. Ashes and Diamonds Are Forever releases this Friday, October 31st. What a treat. You can find more info in the show notes for this episode. Subscribe to Frets with DJ Faye for free at all podcast platforms and at YouTube, where you can find fun Frets videos and shorts. Thanks for listening and stay tuned.
How cool was that chat with Daniel Ash? Did you dig this chat? Then check out our past episodes and please subscribe, tell 2 friends, and follow Frets on Instagram and YouTube, and leave a glowing review wherever you're hearing this episode.